Good morning, Christina.
Good morning.
Happy to be in Jacmel, right?
Of course.
Christina, we are here in Jacmel. Do you know what's the name of this place, this area where you are?
No. Jacmel.
Voila.
I only know Jacmel and Siloé.
Voila. This place, this particular location, little block that you are in is called Bois Boeuf.
Bois Boeuf.
Yes. It's part of Lamandou. Lamandou is Lamandou. Cap Lamandou is right there.
Okay.
And then over here is basically, that's the name of the area. So they call it Lamandou. But this particular little piece here is called Bois Boeuf. Like beautiful. You can see, you have the ocean right behind you. That's Jacmel's Bay.
Okay.
And we're happy to be here, huh?
Very.
All right, let us just go over some little detail. That is your second year coming into Jacmel with AETJ. What is it? What does that mean? How do you feel? What is it, that experience so far?
It's difficult in some ways, but it's good. You can't not come. You have to be here to see, to be with the people, and to experience what God is doing.
What do you mean by it's difficult, but you have to be here?
It's difficult because it's so hot.
It's so hot.
All the time.
Yes, it is. It's also hot in Florida, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, but you have...
But I think in you get used to, you have electricity all the time.
Yeah.
You have AC all the time. So if you're hot, you can go somewhere.
Yeah.
And have some relief.
So you're saying what we have in Florida, we shouldn't take it for granted?
No, that's... I just keep thinking all the time.
Yeah.
About what it's like to always have a way to get what you need. Mm-hmm. And that's something that you notice here, that you may need something, but you may not have a way that you could get it.
Exactly.
So that's the difficult. It's not just difficult, you know, you're tired and you're hot all the time, but you realize the people around you, you're just doing it for a week or two, yeah. You know, and for them, that's the difficult part. Is I don't have pity, but you still see the difficulty of what it's like for them to not have that ability to go get what they need and that relief.
Okay, but that is the hard part of it. But now that you've been to the VBS part of it, what we call summer camp here, and you've been to the mobile clinic, whether it's in Jacmel or in a remote area, like we went to La Voûte. You were in La Voûte. The road is really bad. Yeah. Hey, but we made it. We made it up there, and
other people used to go there on a horse, right? Or a donkey. We went in a car.
Exactly. So can you describe that experience for our viewers?
I think there's a beauty and maybe a piece of atmosphere. Something simple, I guess. Mm-hmm. You take away so many complications and you just have a community of people, and there's something beautiful in seeing each person, but even how they relate to each other. And then they have so much gratitude for what they're getting. You know, not demanding or expecting or anything like that, just thankful and happy. And
yeah, George, Dr. Lolo's son, he puts it very well in one sentence. He says that, I'm so glad that they are making it with what they have, with the little that they have, and then they are making it. That was my first impression even after the earthquake. The pictures that I saw were devastating circumstances, but you would still see children playing with toys that they made from the trash and smiling and laughing and singing. And so we have replaced that in some ways with fake things that you can buy out of your pocket. And then, you know, when we don't have that, we think something's wrong, or we're not content. We don't know how to find that peace or have that peace and contentment without something that we've
pulled from our pocket. And it's just not the same. There's just something more beautiful. I think last year too, I saw this boy running down the bumpy street, but with a kite that he made out of trash, and it flew. I thought, I don't know how to do that.
I am very well related to that because I can remember when I was a little boy like this one,
Right.
and I used to, to fly my kite, and I can tell you right up here, down there, you see, that's where I grew up. Okay. I would say we are so grateful, basically, for what we have, and then the best part of it is the fact that we are able to realize that it is important to give back to the community. Of course, you are not from this community, but I know it also says in the Bible, wherever you put your foot, God gives it to you as yours, isn't it?
Something like that.
Something like that. So
but it's
at this time, this is yours,
yeah.
right?
It's just good to be around. It teaches you, to be grateful, and to walk away from that empty, need for peace and happiness in other ways. Because our first thought, if we have a rainstorm, a flood, and the electricity goes out, people we put on Facebook, oh, I don't have power for 20 minutes, oh no. Right? And here, even you see the children, like, okay, what can I do? Let me sing and dance and play.
Yeah.
So
and you could see it last night too. We had that power outage for hours before we started
But people didn't leave.
No. They stayed.
Yeah.
One other thing, Christina, is the way that we at Association des Enfants du Tabernacle de Jacmel, AETJ, we do things. We know that you paid for your own ticket, right?
Ticket, yes.
Mireille, everybody else, we all pay for our own tickets.
Correct.
And the money that we also basically contributed to basically everything, the medicine, to the summer camp, and whatever is that we are coming in here to do. I say that because it is important to realize that we do not send the money for other people to do it for us. We come, we do it, right. But not only we come, we do it, but even our expenses, we cover it. I'm not really talking about money here. Money is not important because we know as right. Christian, it is all to God, the glory. Right. But what I'm saying is with the little that we have, and then we are able to make a big out of it. Because I was talking to a guy, he works for an international organization, and then he says, man, you should see that. The impact that what we do makes on the community. It will take some other organization years to touch the heart and the life of the people that way.
Yeah, I think, Jesus was that example of, he didn't just stay in heaven and send us a letter to tell us that he loved us. He came and he lived with, among, and like the people that he loved, among his enemies, right? People that hated him. And so that incarnational, you have to go. It's not enough to just send an envelope. You have to go and be and feel and cry and laugh together in order to be able to speak or be a voice or to be able to participate in,
to truly fulfill the Great Commission.
Right, and
somehow.
You hear my hero missionary. That's what they said about her. That she came and she didn't just put a nice house up on the hill and come visit. She came, and I wasn't the only one. We sweat together. We cried together. We get frustrated together, and we
get things done together.
Then you get it done together, and then you have Jesus together too, because there's the strength that Jesus provides when you don't sleep all night, or you're too hot, or and so many times I would think, oh, it's so hot, and somebody would walk up and say, hey, here's some water, and not just to me, I wasn't the queen in the room, it was water for everybody.
Yeah.
But it's that's where you can experience Jesus together and be part of that beautiful experience, and remembering that Jesus gives us something that only he can give.
Yeah.
And in a way that we can't describe to other people.
Yeah.
It's beyond understanding, that kind of peace.
Yeah. And that is your second time to Haiti, like I said, on a mission trip. Now you are, I would say, part of Haiti. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
You are part of Haiti, and we know that at an international level, whenever they are presenting Haiti, and then they always show the dirty part of Haiti. Of course, it is dirty. You have trash, in many places. You have people in misery in many places. That is true. But at the same time, there is also beauty in Haiti. To those who have not been to Haiti and who would like to have an idea of what is going on here, what do you have to say?
I think you have to come and wear different eyes, to not, to see the heart of the people and see past those things. Trash in the street isn't bad just because it makes you uncomfortable. It represents a lot of things. So you have to go to the heart of what's going on, and then even there see the opportunity of what can happen, and what, even when I arrived to the airport in Port-au-Prince, the first thing I noticed was we were driving and there were so many people in the street cleaning. So it wasn't about the trash there, it was about how people were responding in that situation. So but especially when we went out to Voot, I thought, I could be taking 100 pictures and make a book about Haiti for people to see the simple beauty. And I don't mean simple in a bad way. I mean just taking away the technology and complications and things, and getting down to the humanity and the heart and people working hard. I think too, you see people that I kept seeing this man that could hardly walk, carrying something heavy, and my response normally would be, oh, my toe hurts, maybe I can't go to work today, or oh, my car air conditioning doesn't work, maybe I can't go to work today. We're just so quick to quit, and stop. So you just see everybody out there working, doing what they need to do to provide for themselves and their family, and then the community, and just even seeing, what I like too is that, you come and it's not where, okay, now the Americans here, now we can run a program. I love that I come here and I could be here or not, and they would be fine, in that get the task done type thing. So my being here is just to participate and to see what everyone else is already doing, and then if I can walk alongside them and give them something to smile or laugh or shake their head, what is Christina doing, and that we do it together, I want them to know only that any sacrifice I have isn't really that much of a sacrifice. There's nothing to put attention on me. Oh, look what Christina did. It's just for them to know that I'm willing to do, to give, to raise money, to sweat, whatever, to be here, that this is a place to be. Yeah.
And then also I noticed the big difference between Port-au-Prince and Jacmel, for example. I mean, because when you come here, it's peaceful, it's beautiful, and you look at the mountains, you look at the people, the trees, and the ocean,
The
and
sea.
a little bit of everything, which make Jacmel. Oh, not exactly Jacmel, because I went to other part of the country too. It's so beautiful. It's so peaceful. Now let's head back to the summer camp. You will probably say VBS. We had about 317 kids. They were dispatched in 3 categories. They said 3 levels.
Okay.
5 to 10, 11 to I think 15, and then 15
Older.
to 17.
Yes.
Last night we had a beautiful event with them, despite the power outage. You've worked with them actually twice during the 2 weeks. How was that experience?
You know, it's I don't speak Creole, you know, and I
You don't speak a lot of Creole.
I don't
but
speak
you
a
do
lot,
speak
not
Creole.
enough to,
Come on,
not enough to get up and say, you know, teach something, and that's good, you know, that I don't need to be on the stage, you know, and so sometimes I think, well, what am I doing? You know, I didn't accomplish. This is very hard for American people. I remember somebody last year said, I spend money and time to come here and I haven't accomplished anything, because he wanted to see a thing, you know, that, oh, this is what I did, you know, and you can't do that here. Here you just have to be, you know, you bring your presence and your smile, and just to, I think for the children in particular, I guess around the world, not just Haiti, that they have to know that they have dignity and worth and beauty, and that they're loved. You know, they all need to be touched and hugged and smiled at and played with and given patience, and that's what I can bring. You know, that's something that's better than, I think, running a program or handing out a gift. You give something.
But I also think that, Christina, whoever comes here, you are not just bringing, but you are also coming in to learn.
Oh, of course.
Even if you think that you didn't accomplish anything, but hey, I believe that you learned something.
Yeah.
The resilience of the people, in particular. I have on Thursday, I had a chance to speak to them. You know, I was just kind of giving an encouragement speech to them, to each group. And it was fantastic to see their reaction. I did it in a way that I make them participate. I kind of make them tell me what I wanted to tell them.
Right.
Just to show that they already know it. It's just a matter of practice.
Yes.
I think
no, it's good, and it's important, you know, and it's that connecting one world to another. I think letting the children or the moms know that see that their children are loved by someone from somewhere else. You know, that God hasn't walked away from Haiti, that the rest of the world does care about Haiti. I hear people talk about Haiti all the time, and I think, you know, if you start to lose hope or feeling appreciated, or if you feel like you've been forgotten, that's more devastating than not having electricity.
Yeah.
You know, and so for a child to know, here is someone who comes, who loves, who.
And it's not a fake love, right?
No, it's not a fake love.
It's genuine.
But it's not a pity. Like, I don't feel any need to, I have to take them all home and, you know, give them
this is
a
their
party.
home. This is where they grew up. This is where they are born.
Right. So it's not that kind. It's this genuine, I couldn't wait to see them.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to describe. When that first day I went to VBS, and I was sitting with these girls that I didn't know, because I didn't see the ones that I knew yet. So I was sitting in the chair with the girls in the middle of the kids, And I saw some of the other girls come in that I remember from last year. And I just, like waved, and their face when they saw me, it's not like, oh, Christina's the queen kind of thing. It was that we had a human, this level connection.
You wanted them to feel that they are loved,
Seen.
but at the same time, you feel that you are loved too.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
It's reciprocal, basically.
And for the most part, that's why it's so beautiful. I mean, that's why I like to work with children everywhere.
Yeah.
They have something so genuine, and they're these sponges that will just receive, like a plant dry, it needs the water.
Yeah.
And so you can just pour into there and, make them smile and laugh. And we can't even, we don't even have all the words to have these deep conversations. The children just... I remember last year, though, I used somebody to translate for me. I told one of the girls, I said, I just see something amazing in you, and I think you have this potential for great leadership, and that God wants to use you in a powerful way in your life. And she's probably only, 10, but I see something in her. And so I just said, that probably means life's going to be really hard, and you're going to have to really stick to God. Just stick with him. That's all. I just felt like she was the one person I wanted to have that deep conversation with, because I saw that the rest of the children were paying attention to what she did, and she could either use that for trouble or use it for God.
Other way.
Yeah. And so I had that connection with all the children, that friendship, that connection. But with her, there was something I could see in her eyes this time too, and there was something a little bit different about her. And so that's a neat opportunity to be able to just speak encouragement in a way that's not, they still could use sometimes, material help, I guess, but that's not the main thing or the first thing or the thing. I think she needed something more than something that wastes away, If we're thinking about the kingdom, then we're speaking into people's lives beyond material things.
Yeah. Normally, this is the thing that I love the most, I would say, about the whole thing that we're doing in Haiti, the summer camp, because my daughter, she's going to be 9 next week. And since she was 4, she has been going to a summer camp at Busch Gardens. It's a zoo summer camp.
Okay.
And I realized since day one how much she was learning from going to camp. And so now when we put AETJ together, and I got a chance to convince my friends that would be the right thing to do. I mean, at the beginning, they didn't want to believe it. We didn't have any money, saying how we're going to do it. But I say, hey, like always, God will provide. And as a matter of fact, he did. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a good thing for the kids to come, and they are able to enjoy the time. They are able to stay in connection with their school friends. Sure. And then now they make new friends. They learn about civic. They learn about good manners. They learn about God, health. You watched that little sketch last night regarding
with
Zika.
The doctor.
Yeah, regarding Zika, because that's the place where people, they may have like a regular sickness, disease. I mean, but they put it into a different belief, and now it's someone trying to do voodoo, to do something bad.
Right.
Instead of going to the clinic to see a doctor, and then they go to a voodoo priest, and who is basically taking away their money. It was kind of beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, it was translating for me some, so it's fun to see Haitians look at themselves. And play.
Yeah.
and teach, but play,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
make and have fun.
Even that sketch regarding the environment, the protection of environment.
Yeah.
You know, not only that they learn throughout the program, but you can see it. They put it in play, and then they can basically transmit the information to other people.
Yeah. I think, you know, between yesterday morning and the evening too, when you see community like that, there's a sense of safety in there, you know, that,
Yeah.
you know, physical or just in a human way, that we're connected, we're not alone. And if you have a problem, you know, here's a group of people. Now you see them on the street and you know them, and you don't have to be alone in anything.
So now, vous parlez créole, Christina?
Oui, un pile.
Un pile créole?
Chaque jour, please.
Ah, vous parlez plus créole chaque jour?
Oui.
Ah! Qui ça?
I have many teachers. That's
You have
why.
many teachers?
Yes.
Qui j'en vous dit ça en créole? Yeah, I have many teachers.
Me gagné un
Moi
pile
gagné
professeur.
un pile professeur. Bravo!
Oh, that's the hardest part for me, is that I can't speak and that I can't understand.
Yeah, you do speak. Look.
No, but you know
that's-
what I mean, that you can't. But I think, and then I was so encouraged because last year I couldn't even say hello.
Yeah, but you just said a big phrase. And I mean, I had to let our viewers know that, I mean, we didn't prepare that.
No,
Huh?
and that's, I was telling somebody that at my job in Tampa, when somebody calls and needs to speak Spanish, they give me the call. But so many times now, because every day